Hello and welcome to English coaching class. I'm an English teacher, Shayyad Ashikur Rahman. Students, as in our last class we were doing it that guess the chapter name is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum. Okay, an elementary classroom school in a slum, written by Stephen Spender. In our last class, I have done the line-wise explanation, poetic device, and I have shared the introduction. Means 3 videos I have done it. So this is the last and final one of this chapter, where I'll just sum up session, what we can say, or summarizingly I'll be explaining this chapter. Or we can say this is a recapitulation session or short minute preparation for the examination. Short minute preparation. Within, you can watch this video anytime before the examination. You can see this video and go for the examination. It will help you out. So in keeping these ideas, I'm going to bring the today's lesson. The same lesson. I'm not going to teach something new today. Same lesson I'm going to repeat today. That is an elementary school. Okay. So the same lesson I'm going to repeat it today. So see on the screen. Yeah, the lesson name, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum by Stephen Spender. So before going for the discussion, the students, don't forget to subscribe my channel. The new users coming to my channel, watching the videos, and students those are already active, getting it, share as much as possible, and try to like the thumbs up. Okay, try to like the videos, whatever you're getting it, and share with your friends. And let them know, let them connect. Connecting will help you to grow and will help me to grow even. So let me bring you the screen that today, that chapter, what I'm going to discuss with the students. That is the same chapter, that is An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum by Stephen Spender. Okay, by Stephen Spender, the same topic I'm going to discuss is today. So this is what sum up session, summarize or recapitulation, and after that I'm going to discuss the question answers, and a set of questions will be given for you for your practice session, and you can go forward, take the questions and practice, solve your answers, and just come up and make yourself perfect with the chapter. Okay, so I have been discussing poetic devices. What are the poetic devices in this? Simile, metaphor, personification, alliteration, repetition, antithesis. These are the poetic devices we have seen while explanation. So I'm not going to discuss the poetic device right now. I already have shared in the introduction class. Means in the first explanation class of the part 1 video, I have shared all the poetic devices. And part 2 explained second stanza, third stanza, and fourth stanza, and poem was concluded in the last video. And this today sum up session. So let me begin. Stephen Spender, I've already shared it. So where he's giving the personal view in a professional way. Personal view is personally has experienced it, he has observed it, and same thing is the general theme, that is social injustice, okay, and inequalities. Social injustice and inequalities. This is general theme adapted by the poet, that is Stephen Spender. The same here, the very beginning line. In this poem, the poet focuses on the theme of social injustice and inequalities. Okay, and inequality, this is the theme of the poem that poet adapts. And we are going to see the same scenario in the poem. Okay, the same scenario, how the injustice is done with these people in this area, the living in slum. What is and how injustice is done with these peoples. Okay, so we are going to see that explanation in this poem. So come to the next one. He presents a pathetic and miserable picture of elementary classroom in a slum. So the students, I hope you remember the very opening stanza, opening paragraph. I have explained very details, and only first stanza I have explained in the first class, and the rest I kept it for the next class. The first class, when I have explained the opening stanza, the first stanza or first paragraph, that describing the general observation of the class, the students' observation, what are they, how they are, what is the living condition, So from here we are able to see it presents the pathetic and miserable picture of the elementary classroom in a slum. Very pathetic and miserable picture. So these students are in a very pathetic condition. The students shattered here, they are not getting the proper what facilities others are getting. We can see that kind of condition from the opening part of the stanza. The next line is talking, these children have pale and lifeless face. How their face are looking? They're sitting in the class and their face are what? Pale and lifeless face. Okay, weak, tired, as if they don't have a life, they don't have energy. See, yet young students, kids are what? Powerful, energetic. Similarly here, what we can see, these students are what? Pale and lifeless. Their face is totally pale and lifeless, as if there is no life in their face. Next line is talking, they are like rootless weeds. They are like rootless weeds, which are uncared and unwanted, with their disorderly hair torn around their face. So students, you can see the next line. They are like rootless weeds. Their hairs are compared with roots. When roots are taken out from the soil and the roots are covered with the mud, so similar way their hairs are shattered, not taken care properly, unwanted and disorder, and their face looks very dirty, okay, shabby, as if from the long days they have not taken bath. So you can understand the conditions they are living and how their appearance is. Okay, so next line. They are depressed and oppressed with the burden of life. Okay, they are depressed, oppressed. That it's referring to whom? The tall girl. Okay, tall girl and other students. Here the connecting here, they are depressed or oppressed with the burden of life. The life system is there that made him burden, feel that next day survival, how the survival is possible. Food condition, next day it's a big question mark how the food is getting, they're going to get the nutritions, whether they're going to get it's a what perfect or not. So there's so many question marks in the life process of life. And keep their head down due to the burden. Talking about the second observation, first two lines, you remember the students, it was done the general observation of the class, how the class students are looking. Next one, next line, connecting to that, they are depressed and oppressed with the burden of life. It's a general condition of them, and keep their heads down, and these people have kept their head down. Okay, and due to which their head are down because of what? Suppression and what? Depression. Okay, and burden of life, and keep their head down. They have stunned growth, and stunned growth refer to that what? When you get a proper nutritions. Okay, when you get a proper nutrition, what happen? You get a proper growth. Yes, proper growth is there, proper development is there in your body. When you don't get a proper balanced diet food, there is a growth is not there, stunned, as if unusual growth, malnutritions, that kind of things can be what? Seen, witnessed from the poem we can see. Okay, they inherit disease of their father, means the father was suffering from Gallner disease, means refer to the twisted bones. The same, it has been inherited by the kids, that we can see from the opening stanza of the poem. Okay, two lines, first lines, I'm repeating it, general observation. Rest observation has been shared by the poet about the kids suffering from the social burden, and then that's why they have head us down. And the second one, compare with the lean and thin weak boy. So rat eyes has been compared with the appearance, malnutritions, and here the final one, that who is suffering from the father's gnarl disease. Okay, the twisted bone, we can say. Okay, the next one, some of them do have dreams. Here referring to some of them. Here some particular connecting to a sweet young boy sitting at the back of a dean class, a very sweet a young boy sits in a what? Where? In the back of the class, and have a hope to live his life, have a desire to live his life, have a dream to live his life, and he is a dreaming of a squirrel's game in the trees and probably other interesting things. Okay, so he's a dreaming of squirrel games. You can see squirrel are very fast, energetic, moving from one place to other. Similarly, this boy has been compared to the same way. Okay, with a squirrel's dreaming to be like a squirrel, having a house in a tree, freedom. He can enter to his house any moment. He can come out of his house any moment. That freedom, he can enjoy everything wherever he want. Okay, he want to go. The same similar thing has been described here, and probably other interesting things, he's observing from the class, his hope of living, his think of desire of living. Okay, he's mentioned as a other interesting things what these children have over, means they are not able to think, they're not able to understand what they can live or they can think about. Okay, the next one, the walls are dirty and creamy, and on them are hung the donation given by the rich and also Shakespeare's portrait. So what are the things here in the class? Now with the students' observation, now the class scenario is described here. The walls are dirty, that shower cream wall. Yesterday I've told you students. And creamy, means that is a shower cream wall has been referred as a creamy, okay, dirty wall. And on them hung the donations given by the rich people, those who donated. And also Shakespeare's portrait, means the Shakespeare pictures hanging on the wall. Next one, a civilized home found in the cities and trailers valley with beautiful flowers are also put. So on the wall, these are the picture there, the civilized home found in cities, big buildings picture. Trailers valley with beautiful flowers, and trailers valley is there where the flowers are there. It is the picture is also there on the wall, are also put up. Everything is put up on the back of the class where in the shower cream wall. Next line talking about map on the wall shows the children the beautiful world outside. The map on the wall shows the children the beautiful world outside, and contrast. This is a contrast to the life. This is a contrast to the life of these kids. These lives have a dirty world, and the map is showing a beautiful world. But for these children of the slum, it is meaningless. For these children, this life is meaningless. This beauty, what the the map is portraying, it has no meaning in their life. Okay, the children studying in this school do not have the means to go and explore the world. Yes, students, try to understand the line. It's talking about the second paragraph or second stanza of the poem. For them, for the what they see through their classroom windows, the narrow street and lead sky is the world. What are the lines talking here? The children starting in these schools do not have the means to go. So they don't have the means. The means refers that money, things, source of material, the food, or whatever the source we get it to go further in our life to explore the world. They don't have that means, that they don't have that source. For them, they see through their class windows. Just for them, what there's a way, the class windows in front of them, they can view analysis and can be done in front of them. That is the windows. And the narrow street and lead sky is the world. And for them, the narrow street has been a restricted system, and lead sky, that covered sky, is the world for them. There is no other scope for them where they can live a life, where they can think of living. There's no chance for them, students. Okay, next one here. The Shakespeare is wicked for them as he has written only about the rich. Yeah, about the rich, beautiful world tempting them to steal. So here in the third paragraph, it's opening line connecting to the third paragraph of the poem. The Shakespeare is wicked for them as he has written only about the rich. So he has described about only about the rich. And really, in a practically, these students don't understand about the value of Shakespeare, about his writing, the importance of literature. They don't understand. And what they think is that he has only presented about the rich. He has not kept, he has not shared the idea about the poor. Beautiful world tempting them to steal. This beautiful world attract them what they don't have in their reality. So that condition end with what? Stealing, the process of stealing to get rid of them by any means. So that is the end of these people. Next line talking that the map is of no interest to them because it does not reflect the world. They live in cramped and dark lanes. So the map is of no interest to them because it does not reflect the world. They live in cramped and dark lanes. So that is the end of these people. Next line talking that the map is of no interest to them because it does not reflect the world. They live in cramped and dark lanes. So the map is of no interest to them because it does not reflect the world. They live in cramped and dark lanes. Okay, the map is a map of no interest to them. This map is no benefited for them. There's no use of this of map because it does not reflect the world they live in. They live in. It does not reflect. It reflects something different. What their highly problems, what they are facing, it's is not showing them. It's showing something different, and that is useless, meaningless for them. And they live in a dark lanes, and they are shown a bright lights, and their life is in the same situation. They are not able to come up. So their life starts in darkness and ends with utter darkness, and starts with darkness and ends with utter darkness. Means the darkness has no limit. It ends with the same condition. Okay, and next, they are undernourished or malnutrition, we can say, and the poverty has distorted their vision as they spend their whole time in fog slums. Okay, what happened? Their poverty, due to the poverty, has distorted their vision. Means they're not able to think. Vision means not eye vision. Means their thinking level, maturity level, what they can do in the future, they're not able to visualize, as they spend their whole time in foggy slums, in the same area, in those areas, the people seeing the people, they don't have future. Okay, next line. The poet feels that the map which shows beautiful exotic place should be replaced with slum, as it is not the world they live in. Okay, so the poet wants this map should be replaced because it does not show the reality of them. It shows some beautiful and exotic places should be replaced with slum, as it is not the world they live in. The world where they living, it is not that. There's a different world showing to them. So who can solve their problem? Unless the governor, inspector, okay, unless the governor, inspector, and the visitor play a vital role in bringing about a change, their lives will remain in dark. The slum children will be able to peep through the window only when the gap between the two world is breached. Two world, students, you can understand two world refers to the rich and poor. This gap is what erased, decreased, means taken out from these two people, rich and poor. Then when they are in the same path, no differentiation between rich and poor. So poet want to give a general idea that this gap should be eradicated. This gap should be dissolved. This gap to be breached breached and should be highlighted to the people. They should understand what is the gap in them, how this problem should be solved. Okay. Yeah, they should break the barriers. They should break the barriers till they come out of the dirty surroundings. What's the poet is talking about? They should break the barriers till they come out of the dirty surroundings, and their world should be extended into the green field, golden sands, and bright world. So they should be equally treated, as everyone can enjoy, can go to the park, can enjoy the sands, the bright world, the light world. They have a hope of the life. They can see a vision of the life. So the same vision should be given to these people. Okay, they should have the freedom of expression, and the outlook be broadened. The outlook thinking capacity should be broadened. When they can think something better, they can do something better in their life. So this should be chance, what I was talking in the last class, students. They should get a chance, or they should create their own chance for the betterment. So for only the educated and learned people can create history whose language has strength and power, whose language who can express has strength and power. Okay, so they can make the history. So who can make the history? Educated and learned people. So can create history whose language has strength and power. So I hope students, the summarizing idea, the sum up points, you are able to understand. Okay, it was the gist, what I can say of the poem, or the recapitulation of the poem is quite clear to you. Now we'll come for the discussion of the question answers. I hope there's students, there's no doubt here in the part of poem. Already I have discussed with you yesterday, and today I'm just giving you the sum up here. Okay, so now let's go for discussion of the question answer. The first one: unless governor, inspector, visitor, these map become their windows, a window, and these windows that shut upon their life like catacomb. Okay, so what the poet is talking, the poet invokes. What does the poet invokes? invoke the governor, inspector, and visitor. Why is bringing this term governor, inspector, and visitor? Because they are the powerful people who can bring about a drastic change in the miserable lives of the slum children. They can remove the social injustice and class inequalities. See, when these highly people visit, they give some donations. Okay, they give some donation for the poor people, and even with this donation, that can be eradicated, but that won't solve the problem. That can be eradicated, but that won't solve the problem. Next question is, yeah, what does this map refer? This map refers to a beautiful world of the rich. The window refers to the holes and stinking slum of the unfortunate children of the slum. Means it, how it can become their window. This become their window only when the difference between two worlds is a bridge. Okay, students, try to understand this explanation here. This map refers to a beautiful world of the rich. Okay, beautiful world showing the how the rich people are living. Their world refers to the holes and the stinking slum of the unfortunate children of the slum. So there refers to the slum people, slum students, and this can become their window only when the difference between the two worlds can appreciate. Means the difference between can then be dissolved. There will be no differentiation. Where these people are living, these people should get a equal opportunities. Okay. Next question: what have these windows done to their lives? These windows have crammed their lives, stunned their physical and mental growth, shutting them inside filthy and dingy holes. So what happened here? These windows, what had made it? What it had made it? So had crammed their lives, crushed their lives, stunned their physical and mental growth, means stopped their physical and mental growth, shutting them inside, means keeping them in same state, filthy and dingy holes. The same state they are because of this windows. This is the responsibility of these windows refer here in this extract. Okay, next the catacomb. Catacomb. The catacomb are long underground graves. Here they stand for the dirty slum which block their progress. Here the very short, direct, as per 1 mark, the answer is clear. In the normal way, the catacomb means the underground grave where the people are taking rest, means after their death, not before the death. Okay, rest in peace. We talk about reap. Okay, so the catacombs, they take the rest in the catacombs. Okay, and in the graves. Here they stands for the dirty slums which block their progress. Here catacombs start for the dirty slums which block their progress. The progress, life progress is blocked. That refers to the catacomb. Which literary device has been used? Explain. Simile has been used to describe the effect of the surrounding on the pathetic life. The simile is these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. So this is the poetic device, and the 5 questions have been given here. So any 4 you will be getting from the extract in your examination. Next question and answer. Then after that, unsolved questions I'll give for the practice. What is the theme of the poem? That a very opening part I've discussed today also, introduction class also, part 1 video also, and even in the part 2 video, in the recall part, theme of the poem, you must remember it. So the theme of the poem is social injustice and class inequalities. The poet presents it by talking of 2 different incompatible worlds. The world of rich and the civilized has nothing to do with the world of narrow lanes and crammed holes. This gap can be bridged by the authorities. Who can overcome this gap? The authorities can reduce or stop this gap in the world of what we are getting it, rich and poor. So next one, so block their maps with the slums as big as doom. What does the poet want to convey? The poet is angry at the social inequalities in the world. These are the 2 worlds, the dirty slum and the progress and the beautiful world of the rich. The poet wants the map of the world should have blots of slum as big as doom. So as in the doomsday, justice will be done the same way it should blot in the map. In reality, he wants the gap to be reduced. In the reality, he wants the gap should be reduced between rich and poor. Next one, history is there. History is theirs whose language is the sun. Explain. This statement means that those who have the power and confidence in speech to influence other, create history. Like Modi has a power and influence, okay, in the speech. So we're creating a history right now. We'll read in the history in future days. Okay, so the same way, the statement that those who have the power and confidence in speech to influence other create history. So in with that influence, create history. One can make a mark only if one can outshine others. Okay, when out if one can make a mark only if one can outshine others, can help others. Okay, education can only can give them power and strength if the sun which will bring about to change in the lives of people. So I yesterday in the last class I gave it, the sun gives a new hope, bring change. Similarly, education is a hope for them that will bring change. Adapting learning education will help you to get change in the life of these people. Okay, so come to the next discussion of question answers. Means we can say that is the for practice. Students, you can take it down, take a snapshot of the question, and definitely write it down in a piece of paper and WhatsApp me. We can discuss and I can verify your answer, what you have done it here. Okay. Next one, we can see it here. I hope all are able to take the snapshot or screenshot. Next question, that is the stanza number B. The stunned, unlucky hair of twisted bone, reciting a Father Gnarl disease. Yes, someone is writing something. I can see on the chat box. Yes, fine. Yeah, take the screen snapshot. Who is being referred to in the first two lines? Explain Father Gnarl disease, who sit at the back of the classroom. How is he different from others? I have discussed each and every line using the poetic devices. Which word, which poetic device connected? If there is, see this kind of question number B, as it asking explain Father Gnarl disease. In this word or in this line, if there is any poetic device used, you must write that. Then you must go for explaining what does these word mean, okay, and what in the poem it mean. Okay, so you have to explain in this way. What is the poetic device? What it compares? Dictionary meaning and poetical meaning, okay, or figurative meaning. Okay, so the similar way when the explanation question comes, line has been given, explain his eyes live in a dream. So in the same way, you're going to explain the answers of these questions. Okay, students. Next comes to short questions. So take this a screenshot of the short questions here. What is that these children inherit from their parents? Yeah, students, doubt, you can write it down to me in the chat box. So you can take a screenshot of this one also. Okay, 8 questions are here. First extract 4, second extract 4 to 5, 7 questions like that. You have got sufficient questions for the practice. Write the answers, share to me. I'll look into it, or you have any doubt in the answer, writing the answers, you can ask me. I'll help you out with the answer. And I hope today's class was quite connecting to the point, and you have things are clear to you. Okay, things are clear to you. I hope you have understood the practice session, discussion, question answers, and the normal discussion of questions. I hope students you are able to understand. If there is any doubt, you can write it down in the chat box and we can discuss. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, very good. Safia, very good, Shayan. No doubt. And if you have any issues, you can write it down. Anyone. Okay, with the chapter comes to an end of today, and a video will be available in the YouTube channel. You can watch the video before the examination. You can write it down the answers. You can go for practice, and definitely it will help you to get the perfect answers. Students, yeah, no doubt, sir. Very good. So yeah, so just write it down, go for practice. Take the questions and go for practice. Okay, so this is the end of today's class. Tomorrow again I'll coming up with a new chapter. Tomorrow, new chapter, introduction class. I'll be arranging it today. Sorry, tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'll be arranging introduction class of new topic. Hopefully, I'll be sharing the link very soon, means tomorrow only. And students, you can connect at the same time, same time, 7:45, and we'll progress with the new topic, introduction session. Okay. So, so the last, as the customary. So those who are the new users watching here my video, don't forget to subscribe, like my videos, thumbs up. Okay, and definitely share each and everyone. So you can share any friend, any school, any medium, wherever they are, yeah, any batch they are reading, any day scholar, residential, you can share the videos what I'm sharing you, link in your WhatsApp. You can share it. You're getting these videos uploaded in the YouTube. You get it, can connect and make just connect to the others. Okay, so thank you students. Any doubt, write it down, otherwise I'll end up the session. I have end up the session. And if you want to ask any questions, you can ask. There's a platform open. I can discuss for a minute or two. I hope there is no doubt to the students. Arpan, Anup, Pratyush, Safia, Saurav, Sayan, Anup. Yeah, all are here, and I hope all of you have understood. That's the end of today's session. Thank you, students. Bye-bye. Take care. And yeah, take care and good night.